Welcome back. Well, it's estimated that in Uganda, about 1 million people of the population are displaced, and a great deal of that number is an orphan community. In the studio with us, we have Marjorie Nassolo, who's helping us understand what it is like to grow up in an institution that, formed an adoption tree like Watoto. And before the break, we were talking about, you settling into Watoto and you becoming comfortable and adopting this new family and they adopting you, and what some of those challenges were that you faced. Tell me, what is it like for a young girl to grow up in a village? Do you have boys and girls living together, or is it just girls and boys?
When I was 8, we used to live in a house, 4 girls and 4 boys. And then, like I said, when we shifted to another village, because of the school, we now it was only girls. So now it's girls with the mother and then boys with the mother.
So when was it for you? Did it click in your mind that you actually were orphaned? I mean, when did that concept really get into your mind? When you fully understood what that meant? Yes.
Because like from 8 to 10,
yes,
I had no idea as this is family. And then when you, from the ages of like 13, this is when now your mind, you're actually thinking, hold on, I'm actually adopted. These people have actually taken me in. But when you're 8 and 10, it's just, normal life. And you do not really understand what's
you're
happening.
You're too young.
You eat, you sleep, you go to school. And then when you're 13, that is like when you're now in high school. S1. This is when you actually like, yes, these people actually they have adopted me.
So how did you feel about that? Were you sad? What was your emotional state, if you remember? Did you feel abandoned? Did you feel safe? What was going on, or was it just a mix of all these emotions?
Well, I did not feel abandoned like by my relatives in that sense, because when they give you time to go back, you ask them. Yes, you ask them. What is it?
You ask your
why,
relatives.
Yes, why did you take me to Watoto? And then they'll tell you now you see the conditions around home, but these people are ready to help. Yeah. So you do not feel abandoned in a sense, because you still have communication from the other side.
So what do you feel?
Right now, what do I
No,
feel?
then. What did you feel then?
Being in a home, or okay, what did I feel? It's safe. It is rare for. It's an opportunity for a Ugandan child to have everything that they want, from food, shelter, water. Like they take care of you from head to toe, your hair, your shoes, everything is catered for. So you feel safe. You feel like, you feel like it's family generally. So I had a good feeling.
Good.
I have a good feeling.
Yeah. Marjorie, at about, in a normal family, you grow up with siblings that are same blood, but generally around 13 and different ages, our hormones change quite differently. I remember probably around 13, 12, I had a crush on girls around. Now, because you're not living with your blood siblings, how does the home manage these sorts of emotions going through different young people as they're growing, in a sense? It must be difficult with that.
Yeah, it must be quite difficult because there are very many children. Now, usually we have camps. They would take people there. They would tell them this is normal. They would tell them that having feelings is normal. Then they'll tell you how to deal with these feelings. Then maybe they would bring people into their homes, hold meetings to help the children understand at that particular age. Yeah, what is going through their system, what they're supposed to do about it.
Yeah. How did you manage that at a very personal level? Did you ever have a crush on people and, like it was tough dealing with it? Felt guilty about it?
Of course, she's a beautiful young girl.
Just want to know.
I definitely had, I think, one crush on me.
Yeah.
And what I did personally, I just tried to befriend the person.
Okay.
Like be really close, and then eventually, when you have a crush, when you get to know a person, you realize that they're just a normal person. Yeah, they're just normal people. So that's how I got over it.
So Marjorie, you sing. You have this talent of singing, and it seems like everyone in Watoto can sing. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the choirs and touring, and how that shaped your life.
Okay. Watoto gives a chance for every child to go to the choir.
Yes.
So I got that opportunity when I was about, I think, either 8 or 9.
Yes.
Yeah, to go to the choirs. We went to different countries. We went to America, we went to Norway, Sweden, yeah, and other countries. And it's quite some experience. It's one of the best experiences there. I mean, this is a whole new place. This is USA, and people want to go to USA.
Right.
And here I am going to USA at the age of 9.
Yeah.
So it's one of the greatest experiences.
And you went around the world touring and singing.
Yes, touring, singing,
for
telling people about what's
dignitaries.
happening in our lives, what God is doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's fast forward to now. You've left the Watoto, obviously the villages, and you're now at university. Do you still live at the village? Where do you live now that you are, grown and out of the sort of young orphan system?
Like I said, this is family. For any normal family, when you're at campus, they'll give you accommodation to a particular hostel. Then when the holidays come, you go back to the homes. So right now I'm at hostel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. So I've always thought very strongly about adopting children. What is it that you think I should know before I get into this enterprise? I very strongly feel about it. Although many of my family members think that it's nonsense, I should actually just have biological children. Now, one, how would you address those sorts of people who think that adopting children is elitist and is a Caucasian thing and we Africans have no business with it? And two, what are the things you think as a parent who wants to adopt children, what are the things I should know?
Do you have biological children?
Yes, I do. But I still feel very strongly that we are not a complete family until we have adopted a child. So what are the things first that I should know?
That you should know.
Yeah.
First, you should know where do you want to, get the children to adopt? Because you should know where you're going to get these children.
In my mind, I haven't really made up where I'm going to get. I kind of think I'll go to a baby's home and get a child. Okay. I don't even know which baby's home, but I know probably I'll go to a baby's home and get a child.
Okay.
So I think you think I should know, first of all, where to get the child.
Yes, but then before that, is because now your family, for me, it's an institute that takes your children. Now your family is your family ready to accept the child? Because also there's that need of acceptance.
As in my wife.
Your wife.
My wife.
Your children.
My children are very. We've talked about getting another child in the family, and they're very excited about it. My wife and I have agreed about it. But my extended family has very strict reservations about it. But we are thinking this is our business, that's their business. Do you think that if my extended family doesn't like the concept, it will affect the child that we adopt?
I think because this is your family and your wife has agreed and your children have also agreed. It really does not. Yes, it does matter because probably. But eventually they will have to accept the child because now the child is part of your family. For me, the thing is acceptance. Is the child accepted in a family? That is the basic thing for adoption.
Okay.
Well, Marjorie, before we let you go, you are now at Marjorie studying mass communications. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to do in the future?
In the future, I want to be a communications person.
Yeah.
Then I write poems. I want to be a published poet in the future.
That's incredible. So what did you take away from your Watoto experience?
I am still in the experience.
Yeah, but as an adult, what do you think is the one thing that you will take away from your unique experience as an adopted child?
What I'm going to take away?
What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? I am unique, really. Anyway, what I'm going to take away from the Watoto child care system. Number one, because of what they've done to me, I feel like if all goes well, yes, I want to also establish an institution that is similar to theirs to take care of children like them. So I have that in me. It's one of my personal goals, one of my long-term goals. So it's going to be a fulfilling thing to me when I actually have people that I take care of just like I took care of me.
Yeah, I just want you to tell a parent out there still struggling with the concept of adopting children and they are on the margins. I want you to face the camera and speak to them and tell them something.
A parent who's there and you're not sure if you should take the child in or not take the child in. Here's my message to you. Please take the child in, because you never know who you take in. When you take someone in and they become part of your family, you not only help them, you also help the nation, because you do not know who you're taking in now. You know, because now I was taken in and here's the product. Yes, I have become quite a person, yes. And so when you take in this child, God will bless you eventually.
Well, Marjorie, thank you so much. What a pleasure to meet you. All right.
Wonderful pleasure, madam.
We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, Business Unusual with Daniel Amara. You're tuned to Urban Today.